All right, diving right on into Unit 7. Unit 7 is all about circles, and what we're going to look at in this video is some of the properties as well as the equation of a circle. So, our objectives. We're going to review the properties of a circle, and then we're also going to look at the equation, specifically the equation for a circle in a coordinate grid. Now, the definition of a circle is just going to be the locus of points in a plane. So locus just means the curvature. So the curvature in a plane that are all equidistant from a single point. So you're going to have a point and you're going to have this curvature that's going to go all the way around it. That's what it's going to be like when you have a circle. So what you're going to see here, here's kind of the properties, and we're going to do that with the terms. And so I'm going to kind of draw these in while we're going through it. So first things first, the center of a circle. So I'm going to kind of put this point right in here. That's the center of a circle. And so I'm just going to kind of highlight that in pink. So we'll highlight this here in pink, and that's the center of that. That's that point where that curvature, that locus, is equidistant around the circle. The next one is the diameter. And so when we're dealing with the diameter, what you're going to see is you're going to see a segment that's going to go across the circle there, and it's got to pass through the center point. So that's what you're going to see for a diameter. So I'm just going to kind of highlight that in orange, and that's what we're going to have there for our diameter. Next is going to be the radius. And so again, the radius is going to kind of be the same thing there. The radius is just going to go from the center, but now it's going to go to the side. So that's going to be a radius for a circle. And so it's going to be a little different than the diameter because it has the center of the circle there, but it doesn't go through it. Diameter goes through the center of the circle from side to side. Radius goes from the center of the circle to the side. All right, next one is going to be the circumference. That's already here. Circumference is just this distance that goes all the way around the circle, and so I'm not going to be doing a very good job here drawing this freehand, but I'm going to do the best that I can, and that's the circumference of a circle. Next is going to be tangent, and so I'm going to kind of just put a circle into here, and so hopefully this circle will look okay. It might help if I actually select the circle tool to draw here. And so that's what you're going to kind of see when you are going to have another circle. Tangent is going to be when you have that circle and it's just going to come and just barely touch. So it's just barely going to touch that circle, and so you're going to have it hitting at that one point right there. That is tangent. So tangent is just going to be 1 point shared between those things. So the tangent is going to be that. The other is going to be when you have concentric circles. And concentric circles are basically when you have two circles that share that center point. So if I drew another circle in here, that circle kind of has that same center point there. And so what you're going to see is you're going to see that, and I'll just kind of move that there. So that right there would be concentric circles because they share a center point. So concentric is going to be that, and that means that they are just going to be sharing that center point. Now, last thing is the equation for a circle in a coordinate grid. And so what you're going to end up seeing here is you're going to see that you have this big equation. Don't let it bog you down, because really all it is, x minus h. H is just going to be the x value of the ordered pair of the center of the circle. And then y minus k, k is just going to be the y value, is equal to r squared. So that's what you're going to have. So to do this, all you do is find out what your r is, find what your h and your k is, so that ordered pair, and then you're just going to input the values into the equation. So from here, if I pop over here, here's an example. So first thing I need to do is I need to find the radius. So center point is right here. To find the radius, I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that right there is going to represent my radius. And then find the ordered pair of the center of the circle. So I need h and I need k. And so h is going to be my x's, so it looks like it's -2. K is going to be +6. So that's my h and my k. And so that's what I have there. Then I just need to input them into the equation. So x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. And so now I'm just going to plug them in. So x minus h, so it's x minus a -2. Don't forget, when you have minus a negative, you change that to a positive. So it's really going to be x plus 2. And then you've got y minus k. K is 6. And then squared. And then r squared is just going to be 5 squared. And so when I go through and solve this out, I get x plus 2 squared plus y minus 6 squared is equal to 25. That's the equation for that circle in the coordinate grid. And that's what you need for